Honey, I'm home. You know, when I was building this, I wanted the flat ceiling in the screen porch. And there's not a lot of room up here, but there's way too much room to waste. So I put this little door on here, and it's great. We have a lot of lawn furniture and stuff up like that. I've got a whole bunch of boards up here that are nice and dry for when I want to do a carpentry project in the winter. Once I have that workshop, I'll be building a couple cabinets and some stuff for the kitchen, and the lumber's up here nice and dry. So, made use of the space, man. Certainly not sorry. I took the time, what little time it took, to make this little storage. You know? It's awesome. Oh, a lot of stuff up here. I just found the snowshoes. Gonna need those before long. At this rate. A few weeks back, I posted a video showing you the Shelter Logic tent that I bought. When I did, I got a lot of comments. There was a lot of good comments from folks that had bought them and had really good success with them. And there was a lot of good comments from folks that didn't have good success with them. But there was also a lot of really negative comments, kind of scolding me for my purchase. Yeah, they're telling me, that's just Chinese crap. All you're doing is fueling foreign markets. You should have bought American. Blah, 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 blah. I should have got a shipping container. I should have built a garage. I should have built a shed. I should have this and I should have that. It's $200, all right? And anyway, I had bought this thing back in 2017 and just finally setting it up. And it's temporary shelter, like I said. All right, I don't expect that much from it. But I'll tell you what, folks, so far, this thing's serving me well. Yeah, man. I had my Ranger under a tarp for the 2 winters out here, and what a pain in the butt that was. It was better than no tarp at all, but now it's under that, and it's high and dry, and it's awesome. All right? I can go in there, fire it up. I'm not scraping snow and ice off of it. For $200? Are you kidding me? And when the tarp fails on it, which I expect it to do, all right, I'm going to cover that thing with clear panels and make a greenhouse out of it, or do something similar. But for now, I'm loving it. Chinese crap. I'm good with it. I have some ideas on how to reinforce all of this. I was planning on putting another tarp over it, like a lot of folks have suggested. And I probably will do that as the winter wears on, but we've gotten a lot accomplished. We just didn't get everything accomplished, you know. You know, if it's made in China, like everybody says, well, I should have at least gotten a fortune cookie with it.
And she's off. know. Sounded like a pop.
Oh, we gotta get a new ball.
Have to put it on the Christmas list.
Oh, the dead ball. It's a dead one. Oh, but it's still fun. It's still fun. What's the matter, bugger? Tildy break your balls? Huh? Tildy's always busting your balls, Frankie. Tildy! For her. Fun in the snow. Oh, that looks better. That looks good. Everybody's been asking for a Frankie update, so I'll give you one. Frankie's doing good. He's just an old timer, like myself. He's got his issues. A few weeks ago, I come in the house and there was blood all over the place. It looked like a murder scene. Somehow, and we don't know how, he injured his tail, the tip of his tail, and him and Tildy were playing, and he's wagging his tail all over the place, and blood was everywhere. So we had to check it out here, and I thought he was going to have to wear a cone, but it's looking a lot better now. We had to cut some of the long hair off of it because he kept licking it and getting it matted. We took him to the vet just to get his opinion, and it didn't look infected, so we didn't have to go on antibiotics, but we had to keep an eye on it. And the tailbone separated. He had a forked tail where all the meat went this way and the bone went that way. But like I said, it didn't look infected, so the vet just said keep an eye on it, which we did. And it was healing up, and he lost part of the bone. The bone fell off. But all in all, he's doing all right. So him and little Tildy, they're getting along really, really good. And Tildy likes the snow more than Frankie, and she's getting in on the bouncy ball game now, and she's learning it quite well. So hopefully she'll get real good at it, and then they can just bounce the ball back and forth, and I won't have to come out and run around in the snow. So I'll try and give you more of Frankie in the videos, but he doesn't do much. He's retired, okay? And he's enjoying his pension. Right, Bugger? Okay. Say hello to your fans. There you go. Last week I showed you the progress we made in the greenhouse here. But to be honest with you, I haven't even been out in the building since then. Nope. For the last week, I've just been chilling, taking some much needed, much deserved time off of everything. I read a book, and I'm 2/3 through another one. Been kicking back. Other than that, I've been shoveling snow and playing with the pups. Yeah. So it's been an enjoyable week. But today, I'm going to get started on the inside here. I'm going to start insulating. I want to get this other man door in, maybe start putting up some of the OSB, because I want to have a wood stove in here, hopefully within the week. Yeah. So when I talked about the panels a little bit, when I showed these, I've had a ton of questions. Lots and lots of questions about the greenhouse. Like, how am I going to vent it in the summertime? Do you think it would be wise to double up the panels? Lots and lots of questions. So I just want to touch base on that and kind of tell you why I did what I did. Okay? Well, for one thing, I knew that these panels went up really easy, okay? And I can buy them locally. You can get them at Home Depot, just most building supply centers have them. They're affordable, okay? And my big thing was I was under the crunch. I needed to get this building covered and get it covered quick. And like I said, the day that we got that metal roof on, got this building buttoned up, that night we were getting freezing rain and snow, all right? So anyway, my big thing was to get the stuff locally and put it up quick. So that's why I chose this stuff. And I'm not sorry I did. Now in the video, I said that if I want to make changes, all I got to do is take the screws out. Real quick with the screw gun, boop, 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 back them out, make my changes, cut the panels, do whatever I want, screw them back on. Okay. So that's why I chose this stuff. When I was researching this online, looking up different places to compare prices, I came across a different kind of panel. This is just a thin panel. I came across this other stuff here, different brands of it, Sunlight. It's a multi-wall polycarbonate. It's got 2 layers, and these are like little channels, okay? And it traps the air and it insulates. And I go, wow, those are really cool. If I had more time, I would have bought those. But I would need 12-foot panels for the roof, and you're not going to get those by UPS, all right? And none of the local places had 12-footers. That 8-foot sheet right there I picked up at Home Depot because I want to experiment with it. And that's what I'm going to make my doors out of, my man doors here into this greenhouse. But I thought that would be really cool because it traps air and it insulates, okay? That would be a plus, I think, okay? So I didn't order those because the 12-footers would have to come by truck, and they're not going to get a truck up here. So I'd have to make arrangements to get them delivered someplace else. And if they come in, then I got to get down there to pick them up. And with our transportation being so iffy with the storms up here on the mountain, I don't want to be on anybody's deadline. So anyway, and plus I didn't want to experiment with anything right now because I don't have the time. My main concern was to get this buttoned up in a hurry. So I decided to just use these on the roof. Okay? We'll get through a year. We'll see how it works out. And if I have to make some changes, I'll make some changes. All right. Lots of folks are asking, you know, would it help if I put another layer of plastic over this, you know, to trap the air and insulate? Yes, that would insulate, but it would insulate in both directions. And what I mean is, you know, it's getting around March. You're going to start feeling the sun coming through these panels. And I want the heat from the sun to warm up the structure. So if I'm insulating this, you know, trapping air to insulate my heat that I generate with a wood stove or what have you in here, and holding that in, it's also going to prevent the heat from the sun from getting in. I think, okay? I've never had a greenhouse before. This is all an experiment for me. I've had hoop houses, and I know that when the sun hits those the plastic on those hoops, it warms up in there really good. But if there was multi-layers with trapped air, would you get the same effect? Or would it insulate that heat from penetrating and getting inside? I don't really know. So I use this stuff for now, and we're going to see how it goes, and I'll keep you up to date on my findings, okay? I also considered, my first plan actually, was to use a bunch of recycled glass windows. You find them at the dump, you find them on the side of the road, they're everywhere, and I got a bunch of them. The reason I didn't go with that is because I know that, especially in the wintertime, when you have the reflection on the glass, the birds hit the darn windows and break their necks. Out here in this opening, with all of that reflection, I think I'm going to find dead birds all over the place. So I shied away from using the glass because of that, and that is the only reason. Because I really think a lot of birds would commit suicide with all of that glass reflection. And I don't believe it's going to happen with this stuff. So that's why I didn't use glass. Now they said that I didn't talk about ventilating, but I did mention ventilating. I'll show you. All right, so I put a window up there and it opens, and the reason I put it up there is so that I can vent the heat out of this upper area right through there. I can also put a fan in the window and blow the heat out, and the fan will be run on solar power, okay? In the video last week, I said that if it gets too hot in here, all I have to do is unscrew these panels, zip, zip, then cut them here. I'll fasten them together, put a hinge on the top, and have it open like an awning, okay? And then screw these back down. Piece of cake to do that if I need to. Over here, this is a set of double doors that I'm going to use those sunlight panels on. I'm going to make a wooden frame, 2 frames, and use the sunlight panels as the sheathing of the doors. And those 2 are going to open outward. Okay, so if it's too hot in here, I open the doors. Huh? Pretty simple, huh? That up there, I don't think I'm going to vent because it's going to be tough to open that up. I'm not really sure. But up here, I can always cut a hole and put another window in here. The only reason I didn't put a window up there right now, because if I ever have to put a wood stove in here, that pipe's going to go up and vent out there. So right now, having this just plywood gives me lots of options for the future, and I can make changes as need be. It's like I said, my main concern was just getting this building enclosed, which I did. Venting it is not my concern at this time, and I will address that issue as things unfold. It's nothing for me to cut a hole in here and put in another venting window or run a fan or whatever needs to be done. It's going to be a pretty simple procedure to let air flow through here. Yeah, it's come along good. I'm going to start insulating, getting some stuff done today, get back on the project.
Frankie and the boss out walking in the woods, living life happy and free. Tracks in the snow everywhere they go, there's a pokey way up in that tree. A beaver built a pond where they have some fun, taking life a day at a time. Best friends until the end. Frankie and the boss, Frankie and the boss, Frankie and the boss.